It pays to know your doctor, it pays to know your lawyer, and more than ever, to know your local real estate professional. Hi, I'm Glenn Drake with Drake Realty with 7 offices in Metro Atlanta, including 2 right here in Cobb County. I'm the proud leader of over 700 agents here in Georgia. Drake Realty makes the home buying process seamless from contract to close. Our agents are a little different. They're not pushing for the quick sale and close. They're pushing for the best price and terms for their clients. In other words, Drake Realty fights for you. And right now, with the lowest interest rates that we've seen in 30 years, now's the time to buy that dream home, vacation home, upgrade, downsize, or new home your family deserves. A lot of real estate agents talk big. Let my team at Drake Realty prove they will fight for you. I'm Glenn Drake, and I'd be honored to have my team serve you. Visit us online at drakerealty.com. And remember, it's not how quick you sell or buy, it's how the deal sets up your future.
Two deadly shootings in Cobb County. Do the police have any suspects?
And how soon can you expect to see new development at Cumberland Mall?
We'll have the answers and more coming up on Thursday's edition of the MDJ Podcast.
Engineered Solutions of Georgia.
Hey Atlanta, this is Jay and Lewis, owners of Engineered Solutions of Georgia. Lewis, what should a homeowner do if they have a crack in their block wall, corner of their door, window, or concrete foundation?
Well, Jay, if it's a diagonal crack, this lets us know that they should be concerned and there could be a serious problem. Then they should call our office at 678-ESOG now and set up an appointment to have one of our qualified professional technicians come out to their property to take a look at the problem.
I'm Consumer Investigator Dale Cardwell. I've done the research already, so you don't have to. You can trust Engineered Solutions of Georgia.
Give Engineered Solutions of Georgia a call at 678-ESOG now.
Engineered Solutions of Georgia. We guarantee a stable, dry foundation.
And welcome again to the NBJ Podcast. I'm Darren Sutherland.
And I'm Amy Cargus. Thanks for joining us.
It's September 17th, 2020. Amy, 3 days away from my 51st birthday. And it's also National Apple Dumpling Day.
Aw, here's the top stories your friends and neighbors and our birthday boy will be talking about.
A man who answered the door of a home in Mableton Sunday died from gunfire. Cobb County Police responded to a report of a person shot around noon on Sunday. According to witnesses, a black male arrived at a house on Queens Mill Road and knocked on the front door. When Donnell Diggins opened the door, he was shot. Diggins was transported to Wellstar Cobb Hospital, where he later died. The suspect fled in a black vehicle, shooting at the residence while he drove away. The case remains under investigation.
And earlier that same day, Marietta police were called to the home of Lamar Miles on Belmead Court. Miles was found lying on his bed with gunshot wounds and was pronounced dead on the scene. Police found evidence suggesting that the gunfire came from outside the home. Other residents were inside when the shooting occurred. A woman was grazed by a bullet but refused medical transport to a hospital. That shooting is also under active investigation. If you know anything about it, please contact Marietta Police. And if you're a longtime Cobb resident, then you know how much the Cumberland Mall area has developed over the years, and there's about to be even more.
Here with the story is Marietta Daily Journal and MDJ online reporter Alex Gilbert. Alex, what's happening?
At the beginning of the month, the County Planning Commission recommended that the Board of Commissioners approve this. On Tuesday, the Board of Commissioners unanimously approved the proposal, so it is going to move forward. Attorney Kevin Moore, who's representing the owners of Cumberland Mall, told me that construction is expected to begin next year, and depending on economic factors, should take between 3 and 5 years to complete.
Alex, what kind of development can we expect to see in the mall area?
The owner of Cumberland Mall has proposed redeveloping the area around the mall, which is right now almost entirely parking lot, about 17 acres of parking lot. The owner has proposed putting a lot on that 17 acres, 2 10-story office towers, more than 300 apartments, a new bus terminal, new county fire station, retail. East Cobb Commissioner Bob Ott said that this project could be transformative for the area and lauded the mall for looking into the future in his words, in adapting to changing consumer habits and whatever the future may hold.
And there's a developing story coming out of the Cobb County District Attorney's Office. Joyette Holmes, our DA, announced that she would ask the U.S. Attorney's Office to conduct an independent investigation of recent inmate deaths at the Cobb Adult Detention Center. Please check back with the Marietta Daily Journal and MDJ Online for the latest on this ongoing story. Amy, that's going to be pretty big here in Cobb County, don't you think?
Yes, it is.
Coming up, we've got the latest restaurant inspection scores, and Man on the Street's got a great question that all the county will want to hear.
Plus, we know when that new discount grocery store is opening in East Cobb, so stay with us.
You deserve better than your bank. Better service, better rates, better solutions. If you live or work in Cobb County, now is the perfect time to make the switch to the Credit Union of Georgia, the better way to bank. Since 1960, Credit Union of Georgia has been providing Northwest Georgia with financial solutions that make sense for your home, business, and family. As a homegrown, not-for-profit cooperative, our members are our mission. Not only will you get the best loan rates, you'll get personalized customer service from people who understand your needs. Plus, Credit Union of Georgia provides real convenience with a network of more than 30,000 accessible ATMs and branch locations across the country. Of course, there's also 5 locations right here in Cobb County. Ready to see how much better your banking can be with Credit Union of Georgia? Become a member today or apply for a loan online by visiting www.cuofga.org. Credit Union of Georgia, the better way to bank.
The new grocery store with lots of L's in its name has announced the opening date for its store in East Cobb. Lidl rhymes with needle, a German-based discount grocer, will open 2 stores, one at 1205 Johnson Ferry Road in East Cobb and one in Woodstock at 8 a.m. on September 30th, right after they cut the ribbons at 7:40. Both stores will operate from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Sunday. The East Cobb and Woodstock stores will be Lidl's 10th and 11th in the Atlanta area and were part of a recent announced 50-store East Coast expansion. On opening day, customers will be able to take advantage of Get 'em While You Can grand opening special offers, as well as gift card giveaways to the first 100 shoppers, plus other contests.
Amy, you know they've got one being built right across from us here on Whitlock Avenue. Do you think we may be regular shoppers of Lidl when the new store opens on Whitlock?
I plan to be one of those first 100 shoppers.
That'll be good.
Yep.
Kind of like going to Chick-fil-A and being one of the first ones. You get a prize.
It's time once again for the weekly restaurant inspection scores. What do you got, Darren?
Well, speaking of Chick-fil-A on Sandy Plains Road in Marietta, they scored a 90.
That's my Chick-fil-A. I was there last night.
Well, Jamba Juice on Roswell Road in Marietta, they get a perfect score this week, 100.
I probably should be going there more often.
Yeah, and JJ's Pizzeria on Roswell Road in Marietta, they scored a 91. Amy, we don't have no zeros this week, no 50s, no 60s. With all this COVID going on, everybody keeps everything clean. Have you noticed that?
You can find more information on these restaurants and see other restaurant inspection scores by visiting the Cobb Eats tab of the MDJ Online.
And instead of our usual guest spotlight today, we've decided to let you in on the Man in the Street segment. We asked 2 questions. The first question was, what would you like to see in Cobb County in the next 4 years? Here's what the folks had to say.
Well, government that tends to the needs of the people, basically. You know, everyone.
Well, I'm a teacher, so I would love to see changes in the school system in Cobb County. I work in Cobb County. So I think we've had quite the adjustment with COVID as far as our education system goes. So I'd like to see improvements continue to happen. Yeah, I think, one thing that was really a big relief for teachers this past year was we didn't have as many standardized testing because we couldn't have the Georgia milestones in the spring like we normally have. And that was just such a big relief for teachers, for kids during this time. So I think I would love to see less standardized testing. I don't know if that's possible, but it definitely helped us get to know our kids better and gave us more time to do actual teaching and learning rather than teaching to a test.
Changes that I like to see here in Cobb County, probably for it to be a little bit more lively. I kind of like areas like this where it seems to be a little bit more lively at night. I guess I just like to see more people, more of like an excitement for the weekends, and just more things to do around.
More lanes, more traffic lights, more circular intersections.
More public transportation. I don't know, just make it more accessible for everyone. I know like in Kennesaw we only have it like around the school, but not in the outskirts of Kennesaw.
Like a subway system that goes up 75, that would be cool.
More, a better system for homeless people. There's a lot of homeless people on the street I live, and it's kind of sad. So if there's something that they could go to help them out, it'd be kind of cool.
And the second question was, and remember folks, this is an unscientific poll. We asked about 25 people and only 10 cared to respond. We asked, with the upcoming presidential election, who do you plan to vote for and why?
You want to flip a coin? Because really, quite frankly, I'm not crazy about either, but if I was, it'd be Trump. Well, I think he's put the economy in a good situation so far, and I don't think he's had enough time to do everything that he wants to do. I don't think any president, I think they should automatically have more years because they're just getting going when they got to be reelected again.
Oh, Joe Biden, of course, and Trump has been a total disaster. Well, his programs meet the needs of everyone, the middle class and the lower class especially. I mean, the upper class can take care of themselves, they have the funds, but, he speaks to those classes, and they need the help the most.
So I will be voting for Trump, and not because I like his character, but because I think nowadays it being an issue between Republican and Democrat, it's no longer an issue of just fiscal issues. It's now like moral issues, and me being a Christian right now, his values, what he's promoting and fighting for, like abortion, things like that, it aligns more with my Christian worldview. I also, with coronavirus and everything, believe that the lockdown and everything is being manipulated against the people. It's being used for political gain, and the statistics speak for themselves. It doesn't warrant a lockdown. It doesn't warrant the shutting down of churches and shutting down of worship, and I think Trump is standing against that. So that's why he has my vote.
Thank you for joining us for the Marietta Daily Journal podcast from your local news source, the Marietta Daily Journal and MDJ Online.
Grab a copy of today's paper and visit MDJ Online for complete details on the stories we've discussed, plus more stories that affect you and the citizens of Cobb and surrounding areas.
Subscribe and share this podcast to get all the latest hyper-local updates, or ask Alexa or Google Home to play the Marietta Daily Journal podcast for you.
Share your thoughts or questions with us in the comments section, or call the MDJ Podcast comment line at 404-997-8655. We might share your comments on an upcoming episode.
The MDJ Podcast is produced by BG Ad Group, Amy Cargus producer, Jacob Sutherland director, copyright 2020, all rights reserved. Remember, we are all in this together. Blessings on each of you, and stay 6 foot away and safe.
Thank you for listening to the Marietta Daily Journal podcast, brought to you by Carmichael Funeral Homes and Cremation Services in Smyrna and Marietta, celebrating memories you'll always cherish.